All right. Good morning, everybody. We got a long stream today. How's everybody doing? We're going to start off the stream with a nice helping of Falcon 9 launch. And then we have a nice helping of car parts. Yes, you eat up. Yes, very good. Then we have a very, very late lunch with space news. And then we will top it all off with a nice dinner of my summer car. Oh, yes, you eat up. We have a 5-course meal for you today. I'll just turn the coverage on. I'll just turn the coverage on. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you're right. SpaceX had the cast up and then they pulled it? Question? Hey, we got to get another name for MSC. How about Scrody McBoogerballs from another South Park reference? Yeah, Scrody McBoogerballs. Yes, very nice. It's a very nice name. Why was that the first thing that popped into my head? Sorry, man. You got there's a lot of stuff floating around up there. Launch before class, let's go. What about Kari McCarface? That doesn't sound very Finnish. You a big South Park guy? I used to watch all the time. I mean, I still do, but I used to as well. The new stuff's okay. It's pretty good, pretty funny. It's not going to be the World of Warcraft episode, though. Stan! Like, it's not the World of Warcraft thing, okay? I want to show you guys something that I thought is pretty funny. So, when we were talking, while the coverage is waiting to go, we were talking about the that SpaceX deal where they bought the S-band spectrum licenses, right? And this blog was linked up from TMF Associates. Eric Berger posted this excellent analysis on the SpaceX spectrum deal for TMF Associates, who knows a lot more about this stuff than I do. In short, SpaceX appears to be trying to force Apple's hand. We talked about this, and I was like, it's possible that that's what's going on, but I don't think that's what's going on, right? Who was there for that? You remember this? Want to see something funny? Oh, okay. All right. Okay. It's like that. It's like that. All right. Okay. Sure. How about Mr. Stick Your Dick in My Bowls? No. Scrody McBoogerballs. That's the new hotness. All right, here we go. All right, we're going. Here it is. Here's the cast. Let's go. Let's watch a rocket launch today. Early morning, EJ? Well, Don's, wouldn't this be a late night, EJ, for you? Actually, it may very well be a super early morning. Tomorrow morning, EJ. Midnight? Yeah, there you go. I just did the math out in my head. I'm like, wait a minute. Oh, yeah. All right.
The Space Development Agency's Tranche 1 mission.
Tranche 1, Transport Layer B, dog. What does that mean? No idea. It's classified. I could tell you, but then I'd have to kill you.
California, just about 4 minutes from now. Hello, everyone. My name is Tucker Spencer Wallace, and I'm a mission integration engineer here at SpaceX.
Oh,
the Tranche 1 space vehicle.
He said Spencer Wallace. I thought he said something else. I thought he said Scrody Boogerbox. Spencer Wallace. Yeah. Stick in my butts.
Right, green, cool. And we are on track for an on-time liftoff at 7:12 a.m. Pacific time. Weather continues to...
Well, this is Tranche 1. This is the SDA. Tranche is government payload.
7:04 a.m. Pacific time. As a
learn.
note,
Here,
we
they'll
will
tell you.
not be showing any Stage 2 or payload deployment views at the request of our customer.
Hello, Tucker Spencer Wallace.
Falcon 9 is part of our Falcon fleet, which has completed 540 missions, and Falcon 9 recently completed its 500th mission overall in July, and has already flown more than 100 missions this year.
This is the 112th mission, if I'm remembering correctly. Nope, I'm not remembering correctly. It's the 117th. I can't even keep track of this stuff, man. SpaceX, oh no, it's SpaceX's 117th mission of 2025, the 113th mission of 2025. So it's for Falcon 9. It's the 113th Falcon 9, so I wasn't too far off. All right, let's go. More coffee. And the coffee topping off was on time, guys. It's just you gotta let it simmer. Gotta give it a second to simmer. You know. All right. Man, you can say whatever you want about Southern California, but oh my goodness, look at those colors. Look at the color. That's beautiful, man.
Telemetry and command connection.
I like the orange from Florida, but that's pretty nice too. Look at the freaking colors, dude.
At T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. This means the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown.
Then what are you doing up? It's way too early, man. Nero Os, what's up, man? 7-month resub. The notifier should pop through at some point. Well, any freaking time, sweetheart.
With the weather still looking green and the range ready to support.
Not you, Nero. The notifier.
12 a.m. Pacific time.
Guess it's not awake either.
Moments before liftoff.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
And with that,
I mean, Dons, I'm not saying no.
Stage is now fully loaded, completing propellant load for the upper stage. You've probably noticed white clouds venting from the rocket at this point. That isn't smoke, it's actually condensation. And as the liquid oxygen warms slightly inside of those tanks, some of it boils off, which is then vented to manage
Ground
pressure.
gas closeouts.
So that's the ground gas closeout there. This is not just condensation. What they're doing is they're pumping. If you see, there's a pipe going up the line right there. There's a couple of them. Those are the fuel and oxidizer lines for the second stage. What they're doing is they're evacuating all the propellants out of the launch pad because you don't want propellants in your launch pad when you go to launch. So they purge out, they pump nitrogen up the line, and there's a little vent line up at the top of the transporter erector. See that right there, that pipe right there, the two fuel and oxidizer lines right there. There's a vent, and they purge out the line so the pad doesn't catch on fire. You don't want that. And let's be real, it's about to get fiery, like right in this area here. Not here or here so much, but like right here. Okay.
And there you just heard the mission director give the final go.
So while I was saying that Falcon 9 was in startup, mission director gives the final go here. Yeah, we should be good to go. Also, a little thing as of note, this second stage has a gray ring on it. The gray ring on the second stage is a thermal protection system to prevent to keep the temperature on your propellants stable, meaning that this second stage is going to do a long duration mission. So probably 6 to 7 hour deployment. I mean, we're not good. We don't know where it's going, but
6.
Here we go.
5, 4, 3.
Sound suppression water
2,
system is on. Ignition.
1. Ignition. And liftoff of Falcon 9. Go SpaceX, go SDA.
Okay, we got an early morning
pitching downrange.
Early morning liftoff of SDA Tranche 1, Transport Layer B, taking off from a soggy Vandenberg Space Force base in this early California morning. We got the call for pitch kick downrange. Should get a call for power and telemetry here in the next 15 seconds.
At T plus 30 seconds and counting, Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Slick 4E at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California. In case you're just joining us,
vehicle is executing the roll program, meaning that Falcon 9 is turning, so it's going to turning so its antennas are facing the ground. That's a good reason. You need to be able to see the thing. It's turning to reach what's called the proper flight azimuth. Azimuth is just your direction on a compass, if you had a compass. It's the direction and you're heading on a compass that the rocket needs to go to get into the proper inclination for its orbit.
vehicle experiences the greatest amount of aerodynamic stress. Coming up next, we'll have several events happening in quick succession, starting with MECO, followed by Stage SEP and SES-1. Main engine cutoff, or MECO, is where all 9 Merlin 1D engines will shut down to slow the vehicle down.
This is a trajectory we haven't seen.
Which is where the final...
So, guys, look at how the... So as Falcon 9 gets higher and higher up, your atmospheric pressure is going to go down. There's not much air up there, right? And so that causes the plumes to kind of expand. But you see how the plume is kind of asymmetric? Well, Falcon 9's engines aren't asymmetric. I mean, see how it went symmetrical there? That's in preparation for staging. But it was doing a radial in burn. This is indicative of a steep insertion trajectory as opposed to a lofted insertion trajectory. Basically, this thing turned and it tried to go horizontal a lot faster than usual. That's a trajectory you don't normally see. But see how the plume is slightly asymmetric to the right now? That means Falcon is kind of pitching up, but right at staging, what it'll do, it'll pitch back down to the direction that it's going. Because when you stage, you want to make sure you pop the second stage off in the right direction. See, there's the adjustment right there. Now. I'm pointing. You guys can't see my finger. That was the adjustment. Now the plume is very, very uniform. All right, you're looking up the second stage right here. That was a weird trajectory. We haven't seen stuff like that before.
Stage separation confirmed.
Bye-bye. All right, watch. It's going to turn on here. Green flash. There we go. Good upper stage ignition. Not every day you get to look up the business end of a rocket.
Saw that series of back-to-back callouts there, which again were MECO, stage separation, and SES-1. Coming up shortly, we should hear a callout for fairing separation, but as a reminder, we will not be showing it on screen. Both payload fairing halves supporting today's mission are also flight-proven, with both halves flying for their 3rd time.
So the fairing halves have flown before. The first stage flying today is Booster 1093 on its 6th flight. 27-day turnaround. That's a little baby booster. Only 6 reuses?
Confirmed.
There's a call for fairing separation, but they're not going to show it because it's a government payload.
Fairing halves again today, once they fall back to
nice
Earth,
shot of the channel right there.
Vessel, go beyond.
Should be seeing the Channel Islands. They might be behind some clouds. It's a freaking Catalina wine mixer.
3 minutes and 48 seconds into today's mission. Now the next major milestone, coming up in about 3 minutes from now, will be the entry burn of the Falcon 9 booster as it continues on its journey towards our drone ship. Of course, I Still Love You.
Solid nitrogen.
To start the entry burn,
it happens.
We will relight 3 M1D engines,
it's from the thrusters,
which is similar to pumping the brakes to slow down the vehicle as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. We need to slow down the vehicle to reduce re-entry forces.
Is the green flash like spraying starter fluid? Hey, wait a minute. What's all that? Oh, okay. All right. Nightbot's going crazy in the YouTube chat. All right. Is the green flash like spraying starter fluid down a carb to fire off an engine? Yes and no. That is what they do to start the thing, for sure. The green flash is the result of a pyrophoric igniter fluid. So Falcon 9 has these cartridges inside. This is purely for analogy's sake and just visualization. This is not what they look like. There's little cartridges. They kind of look like CO2 cartridges, but they're kind of not. They're not CO2 cartridges. Like, it's a really space age version. Like, it's a little pressure vessel, right? And they, depending, I mean, I don't know how what the igniter mechanism does, right? But they're usually pointing at each other, and they're usually in the plumbing somewhere. So the two cartridges, right, carry T-tab. It's in the industry, it's called T-tab. It's triethyl aluminum and triethyl borane. So either one of those, if that sounds like some fancy super chemical that like you don't want to be near, yeah, pretty much, right? T-tab is used to create a very energetic explosion for a quick second. Think about like the igniter fluid equivalent of like a spark plug. Like it's a pop really, really fast, and that's about it. These cartridges inside of Falcon 9, their cartridges are somewhere near the turbine machinery. I don't know where. I don't know enough about Merlin engines. If I knew where they were, I'd probably be working for them, or they'd be really mad at me for telling you, right? I don't know where they are for real. So Up, get into supersonic retropropulsion. So watch, you'll see a green flash. What happens is when triethyl aluminum and triethyl boron, when they hit each other, methane, they're pyrophoric, meaning when they mix, if they find oxygen, they'll explode. Pyrophoric means when you combine T-Tab and it's exposed to liquid oxygen, it'll become hypergolic with liquid oxygen. So it'll blow up. There's the entry burn right there. Did you see the green flash? That's the T-Tab shooting off. Now, what is the T-Tab used for? Why do you do that? So the T-Tab is used to spin the fuel pumps. The Merlin engines, the Merlin 1D engines on Falcon 9 use a gas generator. So they basically have a jet engine, right? Minus the intake, right? You have the jet engine, a turbine, and a gas generator in front of it, similar to a combustor on a jet engine, right? The turbine behind it. And instead of a compressor up at the front, you have pumps. You have fluid impellers. They're fuel pumps, dude. It's a jet engine fuel pump. That's what it is. What they do is they spray T-Tab into the gas generator, and that spools your gas generator and gets it spinning and starts the pumps. So it kind of is. It's kind of like spraying like brake clean down a carburetor, but it's not for the engine. It's for the fuel pump. The green flash you're seeing is the pop from the T-Tab igniting, from the pyrophoric ignition. That's what that is. So it kind of is, but it kind of isn't. It's more of, it's to spool the turbo pumps. On the second stage engine, you saw the green flash as well. All right, Falcon 9's coming in. It did the supersonic retro propulsion. That's my favorite part. Drone ship is right there. It's under the left grid fin. Looks a little choppy out there today.
Stage 2 FTS has safed.
Stage 1 landing burn.
There's a landing bird. Grid
And
fins.
we heard the call out for landing burn start.
Grid fins are steering this thing in. The engine is being used to slow it down. When it slows down enough that the grid fins are no longer aerodynamically working, the grid fins will lock into place, and then Falcon 9 is just being steered by that engine down there in the thrusters. Watch, they'll lock into place. There's the landing leg deploy. A little choppy out there in the Pacific today. And little bit of a rough touchdown there for 1093, but pretty much right on target. There you have it. 1093 is landed on Of Course I Still Love You, SpaceX's autonomous spaceport drone ship. Little bit of a bumpy ride coming down, but all good. I want that truck right there. That's a little golf cart truck, and I love them. Oh, look, there's a Merlin. There's a first stage engine right there. See that? That's the gas generator that I was telling you about. It's right there. See? There's one. It's good. Thank you for showing this shot, SpaceX person. Your impellers are up here, and your gas generator is right there, and your turbine is right below it. I think you are, Frilled. Just saying. But yeah, there you go. SDA Tranche 1 Transport Layer B. I'm not even going to sit here and pretend like we know what any of that is. It is I know that it is a satellite constellation. There's a bunch of payloads up there because it's a layer, so it's part of a bigger satellite constellation. But yeah. Their satellites are used for things. Anyway, that's going to do it for Tranche 1 launch coverage. We don't really get much second stage coverage because Uncle Sam doesn't want you to see it, which is fine. It's okay. Mute the explanation. What? I didn't mute no explanation. I don't know what you're talking about. Just a casual Merlin engine hanging out of mission control. Flavia, I gotta be careful with Nightbot stuff. We gotta change Nightbot. Drummer put Nightbot on the YouTube chat, man, and it just zips everybody's messages, and it kind of pisses me off. I gotta go change the Nightbot settings for YouTube. Somebody posts 3 emotes, and it's like, stop spamming emotes. It's like, okay. okay. I can see all your messages, dudes. Don't worry about that. Anyway. Yeah, exactly. We know what the satellites do. What they do is... All right. No, it's just Nightbot being a doo-doo face. All right. So, I'm going to jog the YouTube VOD, and I gotta go use the bathroom. Nature and stuff. I just drank coffee, okay? This is usually I usually have a meeting during this time of the day. I'll be right back. When I get back, we'll start up in the garage, okay? So I'm gonna shut the YouTube VOD down for a second. We'll reconvene here after my meeting. I gotta go poop. That's what I'm trying to tell you, okay? Jeez. God. All right. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the launch coverage. I will be back. I don't know. It might be a longer meeting. It might be a shorter meeting. We'll just say at the very least I'll be back at the top of the hour ish. Probably less time than that, but it depends. I'll see you later. This is weird now. Cool. All right. Excellent. Yep. All right. Yep. We'll be back in a second. On Twitch, don't go anywhere. YouTube, I'll be back in a moment.